Component PR is nothing but PR is equal to PT into tan of alpha. So from this we can calculate PR. So PT is here 552.62 into tan of, now alpha is also given 20 degree. Okay, so if you put here the values, you will get PR is equal to 201.137 Newton. Okay, so this will be PR and here PT will be this one. Now the tangential and radial component on all the gears will remain same. In the last video also we have seen and we have calculated the tangential and radial components of each gear. So the tangential and radial component on all gears will remain same, the magnitude will remain same. So we don't need to calculate the tangential component of gear B and C also. Okay, so the magnitude will remain same. Now we'll go for the direction of the forces. Now we'll go for the free body diagram of the forces acting on this gear A, B, C and this arm D. Okay. Now see here it is given that gear A is rotating in clockwise direction. So first we will find the direction of the force, direction of rotation. So as gear A is rotating in clockwise direction, gear B will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. As gear B is rotating in anti-clockwise direction and gear C is internal gear, so gear C will also rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so gear C will rotate in anti-clockwise direction like this. So now we are having the rule that the on driven member the tangential force will opposes the rotation. Okay, so now see here gear A is a driving member, B is a driven member. So on driving member the gear tangential force opposes the rotation. So this is driving member, so tangential force will opposes the rotation, so PT will act in this way. On driven member tangential force assists the rotation, so it will act in the direction of rotation, so PT will act here. Now in between B and C, B is a driving member and C is a driven member. Okay, so on B the tangential force opposes the rotation, means here direction of rotation is this, so tangential force opposes the rotation. On C it will assist the rotation, not rotation is in this anti-clockwise direction, so on C it will assist the rotation. So here PT, PT, PT and PT. So magnitude will remain same and this will be the direction of the forces. Now the radial component will act here towards the center for external gear pair. For external gear it will act towards the center, for internal gear it will act away from the center. Okay, so radial components will act like this. Okay, so line of action will remain same. Okay, so I have drawn here a slight variation is there, so neglect it. Now these are the forces acting on the gears A, B, C. Now we'll talk about D. So this tangential force and this tangential force. Okay, so this is two tangential forces are there. So here the reaction force will act here like this. So PT, and this reaction force, this both the tangential force, this 2 times PT, sorry, 2 PT will act this plus this 2 PT, and this 2 PT will act on arm D in this direction 2 times PT. So this will be the force acting on arm D, and here this will be the center for rotation for arm D. Okay. So in this way the forces are acting on all the gears and gear ABC and arm D. Now if we want to calculate torque acting on this arm D, so torque is nothing but force into perpendicular distance. Now here perpendicular distance we have calculated. So this perpendicular distance is LD, length of arm D. Okay, so if we calculate here torque, so torque on arm D, so here torque is equal to, now length into perpendicular, force into perpendicular distance. Now here force is 2 times PT into perpendicular distance is LD. So you can write here PT, whatever the value is there. So here PT is 2 times, it is 552.62 and LD we have calculated as 180. Okay, so if you calculate here, so you will get torque as 198,943 Newton mm. Okay, so this will be the torque acting on arm D. Okay, so in this way you can calculate all the required things that are asked in the examination. Okay, thank you.